Yo, what's up? Man, look, this how I'm gonna do this. I'm interested in the files federal lawsuit against the city of Philadelphia. Excuse me, my fault. So listen, I'm interested in, as I said before, I'm interested in the legal proceedings that they about to do with this Diddy case. I just want to see how they gonna operate. This is not gonna be nothing like that Slim Thug case. This is the United States Attorney's Office for New York City, the state of New York, Eastern District of New York, or however you want to say it. But I don't wanna do like Diddy videos on my video and get in the way of the people who come to see the prison stuff and the old DC black stuff. So as I follow this case right here, man, bear with me and let me know in the comments if you with it or you're not with it. But as I follow this case right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do lives. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about right now. So as of a little bit, I don't know exactly what time it happened, but a federal judge today ordered Sean Combs to remain in jail until the trial for the sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy until that case is settled. So rejecting an appeal by the lawyers requesting it, the judge shot it down again. And like I told you on the other video, I talked to a homie of mine that's a little older than me, and I respect his legal intelligence. And he was like, I said, bruh, if we was to bet, and I said, is Diddy gonna get out today or he not gonna get out today? I was like, I think he gonna get out. It ain't a whole lot of, this or that with it. I think he gonna get out. He was like, nah, I don't think he gonna get out. He said, because look at the move they bought him. Shout out to my secret, my quiet as kept, my legal consultant, man. Shout out to Big Go. But anyway, he said, bruh, they didn't let him turn himself in. He said they could have negotiated a peaceful surrender, is the word he used. He said they didn't. And he said also, look at what happened. He was in a hotel room, although he wasn't quote unquote a fugitive. He said he was there, and someone in his camp had to give him up. He actually said someone in his camp had to be a rat, but we're not gonna get into ratting and not ratting with this matter right here. However, someone had to let authorities know exactly where he was, and they wanted to come get him like that, my man said. And he said he believed that they was coming to get him like that to grandstand. So at the arraignment on Tuesday, y'all already know they already shot down the bond, and they said that they shot down the bond or the bail because of what the prosecutor was alleging was a characterization of Diddy. And they said that it was, and I don't know Diddy, so I can't speak on it, but I thought it was funny. They said that Diddy was feared and dangerous, and because of the amount of weapons that they got out of the house, that they wanted to carry like that. I thought this was Dr. Love. I ain't know that they was gonna, but they demonize him now, and they saying that, man, he's dangerous, and he's the people who are victims and witnesses, they saying that, there's some type of equal parallel, that they not on the same level. But nevertheless, real, aside from me trying to talk in a way where as though I'm trying to sound Harvard or Yale educated about the law, I'm just talking straight to the point. They keeping Diddy locked up at that MDC, that dirty joint up there in Brooklyn, so that he can't speak to witnesses or work on his case. And they actually using the terms, witness intimidation. You feel me? So like they setting up a play like this is like, it's just looking real ugly. So at Diddy's arraignment on Tuesday, the magistrate judge rejected all of his requests for bail and ordered him detained, citing his history of substance abuse and alleged violence, prosecutors' accusations of witness tampering, and serious natures of sex trafficking charges made the judge deny the bail. The alleged victims are people with whom there's a power imbalance. That's the term I was trying to come up with. Judge Transfosky said, who are susceptible, these people that he was talking about, they saying that these people are susceptible to coercion, not necessarily threats, but concern about losing benefits that they have been provided in the past. Sidebar. If you saying you got to hold them and lock them up, not because of threats, now we getting to the point. Who are susceptible to coercion, not necessarily threats. So they're not saying he gonna beat them up, he gonna have them kilt, smoke, nothing street gangster wise. They saying that because they will be worried about losing benefits. Question there, y'all. If you gonna keep him locked up because he can take away his the privileges that he allowed people to have around him, they saying that he witness intimidating, then if you lock him up, is that not taking away those same benefits? So in all actuality, in appealing that decision, today he went to court again to District Judge Andrew L. Carter Jr. And Diddy's lawyers argued once again that he had been cooperating with the prosecutor's investigation for months and had voluntarily surrendered his passport and had paid off $18 million. Check this out. This how you know that he wasn't trying to, for real, they dogging him now. He paid off $18 million that he owed on a mortgage on his house in Miami Beach so that the property could be used to secure a $50 million bond. So he was prepared to lay down money to come home. Like, oh, that's a Mickey for him, man. He should have known that it was a lick when he got back to New York and they said that they ain't want him to turn himself in. Just like his lawyer said last night on CNN, he said, man, I took this case serious since about March. He said, because the raise that they went on and what they was looking for at the time was serious. Who am I? I ain't going to stop what I'm doing to answer that. If you here, you should know who I am. Anyway, the defense also disputed the government's allegations that he had intimidated potential witness, saying that Diddy had contacted people only to inform them that his counsel would be in touch to interview them, right? The government cited the example of Kalina Hopper, a performer who was in the group Diddy, Dirty Money with Don Richard, who last week filed a lawsuit. Oh, they got the hyperlink for that. I'm going to read it. Who last week filed a lawsuit accusing Diddy of groping and threatening her. I'm not sure if this is the one that my people sent me the picture of. But in the 4 days after Miss Richards' suit was filed, the government said that Diddy called or texted Miss Hopper 58 times. Prosecutors called it an example of how he was trying to keep potential witnesses in his pocket and at his disposal. I think they reaching with that. Let me tell you that again. They said that he called a particular witness 58 times. And the prosecution is saying that that was an attempt of him to keep potential witnesses in his pocket and at his disposal. If the witness, he didn't know the person was a witness, or even if he knew it was a witness, if he know the person, unless they told him not to do that, then why can't he talk to them? You feel what I'm saying? So Mark Angelfilio, a lawyer for Diddy, I think that's the one that might have been on CNN last night, right? He called the contract, my fault, that particular lawyer, Angelfilio, Mark. I'm going to just call him Mark right now, not to butcher his name. So his attorney, the one named Mark, M-A-R-C, he said that that contact was the furthest thing from witness obstruction that he could think of. And he noted that Ms. Hopper made a statement on social media offering a different interpretation of the events that she witnessed. That's something that everybody should pay attention to. The very person that they're talking about on there made a different statement on social media. She gonna have to stand on that too. Antheo Capozzo, a former federal prosecutor who represented a key figure in the Nexium sex trafficking case against Keith Rayner. Anybody hip to that? If you read that, you'll see a bit of what's going to go on in this case. I'm not really hip to the Nexium case. It wasn't interesting enough for me to read all of it. I just read the beginning of it, but now they comparing it to the Diddy case. I'm probably going to go read it. But anyway, this particular federal prosecutor who had experience in things on that case, he said that in this case against Diddy, the government seems a little eager to keep him detained, right? But he said they are eager to keep him detained because there might be witnesses who would be more willing to speak if Combs was in jail. Let me pause right there. I ain't never had a big case. I done had some buddies that had big cases, but I have seen from my level of exposure to the criminal justice system, to some of my buddies and my older family members who were sophisticated in what they were accused of, all right? They will hold you and put you in different places and lock you down and restrict communications in order to do things to make witnesses or potential witnesses feel safe. They already demonizing Diddy, saying that he's dangerous and people fear him, but then come back and clarify and say, oh, we don't really mean it like a gangster. We mean it like he's going to take away their privileges. So like that's kind of like a word game to me. But nevertheless, Judge Carter's ruling today means that Diddy will return to the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. I'm gonna do a story on what the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn is really all about. If I'm not mistaken, that's where Epstein died. This joint has been plagued by all type of terrible reviews and reports for years. But Diddy got to go back there. The MDC in Brooklyn is a hulking, that's the word they use, it's a hulking concrete structure with about 1,200 prisoners inside the joint. It's been plagued by accusations of poor conditions and mistreatment for a long time. Watch out, I'm busy, stay. David Patton, a former executive director for the Federal Defenders of New York, has tracked the problems at MDC, right? And this is the part that I said I wanted to go in and do a story about, so I ain't gonna go too deep in the head. As a facility, it is known for years to have problems with things such as violence, sexual assault. That's crazy. Sexual assault, unsatisfactory medical care, and a lack of consistent management, right? Wardens constantly cycle in and out, rarely lasting more than a year. Oh, excuse me, my fault. Rarely lasting more than 9 months. They are the worst conditions in the Bureau of Prison system that I am aware of, said Mr. Patton, who is now in private practice at the firm Hecker Fink in New York. It's awful. It's a disgrace. Now, this is a former BOP person that's speaking on this level. In a 15-page letter, to Judge Carter requesting bail, Diddy's lawyer called the MDC not fit for pretrial detention. I can agree with them saying that. Just think about it. This is, I don't know how much Diddy, what we gonna say, Diddy a multimillionaire, and now he gotta go sit in MDC until the outcome of the trial, man, that's hard. So in a 15-page letter, I'm gonna go get this, man. I'm gonna read y'all what he said. I'm gonna try to find this 15-page letter. It should be on Pacer in the filings for this Diddy case. But in a 15-page letter, his lawyer made a strong argument to the judge in the case for bond and bail that the place is specifically unfit for pretrial detention. In a response to the question from the New York Times, a spokesman for the Bureau of Prisons said, "It takes seriously our duty to protect the individuals entrusted in our custody." And that this year, the Bureau's director appointed an urgent action team to take a holistic look. They used the word holistic in this document. A holistic look at the challenges at the MDC Brooklyn, which include increasingly the permanent staffing and addressing more than 700 backlog maintenance requests. That joint like a project building. 700 backlog maintenance requests. Toilet might not flush in that cell. They got Diddy in, and they got Diddy in the shoe. But that's gonna be rough over there. But if you a Diddy lover, you need to find Sean Combs and write Sean Combs a letter, man. They got him up in MDC, man. People will string up in MDC, man. Like real talk. According to a 5-week rotating food menu, this what Diddy gonna be eating. If any of y'all is out here interested in this, according to a 5-week rotating food menu circulating by the Bureau, MDC offers an assortment of meals like beef stew, chicken stir fry, and hamburgers for lunch and dinner, with a daily vegetarian option. For breakfast, coffee is offered on the weekends only. Now, that might sound different because I'm just mentioning how they wrote it, but trust me, the beef stew more than likely looks like bowel movement with vegetables in it. The chicken stir fry probably looks like rice with specks of vegetable in it. Like, I'd have had to eat this stuff. Hamburgers, they probably get away with the hamburgers. The hamburgers, most places I've been, the hamburgers be edible. However, they do got some hamburgers that look like cardboard and they made from other things. So that's gonna be rough. Like Diddy, I'm gonna tell you something. Diddy is not even gonna eat. Diddy is not even gonna eat no food for some time. I'm not gonna say how long. Like the longest I ever went was like 2-3 days. I had been living life I had been living. Life was good for me, good to me at the time. When I caught this one particular case, I caught a case in Prince George's County coming out to Ebony Inn. That's a strip club where we from. And I had some words with the dude, and the dude told the police I pulled a gun on him, which I never did. That's how I ended up beating the case. But they located a firearm in a parking lot and accused me of possessing that firearm. And I went to jail for it, and I ended up getting out in about a week or two. I forgot how it was, man. My girl got me this dynamite lawyer. I believe her name was Martina King. And she got to work. And before we could even deal with any pretrial motions or anything, she located the complainant and ended up knowing him. And the story that he explained to her about the perpetrator of the crime against him didn't match me. And I'm going to just say that either she convinced him or he really knew that he was lying on me. He called the district attorney for Prince George's County, and he basically told him the person that he told the police had assaulted him was an Asian dude. Now, anybody who know me know that if I do get high, that sometimes my eyes be like this. So I don't know if that's what that was all about or whatever. But getting back to the food that they served me the next day, I never forget the first day's food. I might forget the whole tray, but all I remember is the mashed potatoes. It looked like something. Man, I'm gonna tell you what it looked like. You know, have you ever seen them old grease you put in your head? It's blue magic. It come in green or blue. It looked like blue magic, but with a gray color. And I was like, what is that on that tray right there? So they was like, oh, that's mashed potatoes. Bro, you soft. You look like burglar. What did that say? Like your comment is, bro, your comment reflects your intelligence level, so I'm not gonna read that one no more. But anyway, that's what happened. So when I'm telling you about the Diddy situation, the food, man, he gonna have a hard time with that food, bro. Then they got him in the shoe. Like, he going through it right now. And to keep in mind, this not no regular dude that grew up going to jail. This a dude that had some of the finer things in life. It's gonna be rough, bro. Appreciate that, man. Illinois, shout out to Illinois. Did 14 years in the feds. I was around a lot of your homies when I was in USP Leavenworth back in 2002, 2005. I came through Leavenworth in 2001. A lot of my homies was still in Leavenworth. Black Belly, Slash, Vernon, Short Dog, Junie McCray. It was a lot of my homies there that's really out my earned time that was there at that time too. Leavenworth, man. Leavenworth was the high house in them years, too. That was the real Leavenworth. It ain't that junk that they running now. Like, I don't know what they doing in Leavenworth now that it's an FCI. Like, Leavenworth Medium now, I believe. It's definitely like they got all them old convicts out of there. Oh, you was around Comrade and Brick. I forgot they was there. Yeah, shout out to Poochie and Brick. Brick home. Brick made it out. I don't know who those guys is right there. Was those guys at Leavenworth or you just trolling? Hey, but before I go, I want to know what y'all thoughts is on that Diddy joint. I want to know what your thoughts are on the Diddy joint. Hold on, let me check something real quick. My fault, y'all. Sitting over here. Kobe, you be doing this. I be seeing you when I come on here. I ain't see you send. I sent you send me something, but I ain't know that you just be on this joint like this. What you got the notifications on, bro? What's up? All right, we can do that like that. Just make sure I cut it on. You already know. I appreciate you, homie. Hey, bro, you know they clipped my wings over there at the Ones building, right? They actually, well, I mean, I guess we could use the word fired, but you know I ain't have a real job. I was a contractor, but they said I couldn't come back in the building no more, so they played thing over there some type of way, and I lost my contract. To be straight up, ain't no way in saying that no other type of way. We was in B lower. Oh yeah, I definitely remember that era time. Man, who else was there with you if you was there with Pooch? You was there with Conrad. I can't believe they did not get that man no bond, bro. That's mean, man. But do anybody know what brought this all on? Like, all the allegations they talk about Puffy, bro, they've been joking about it for years. They joke about it so much that when it goes down, I never even take it serious. Who a goon? Oh, I thought you was talking about something pertaining to Diddy, bro. Like, for all y'all that's making them wild, random comments, bro, man, please excuse me for not paying you no attention. One of the twins is in Big Sandy. The other one up DC jail. I'm talking about the 18th and D twins. One of them came home. And then, unfortunately, caught a bad situation and went back in. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get my light. Yeah, he caught a bad break and went back in. My fault, bro. My phone, the news feeds come across the top of my phone. I seen something that said murder conviction vacated for Massachusetts man in Norfolk somewhere. Somebody tried to mention that Ciroc thing to me. I think that has it's something bigger than what we seeing, bro. You think it's all of a sudden they care about freak offs, as they call them, or some disgruntled women? Like, from Donald Trump to R. Kelly to Diddy, based on what we see from the media, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna act like I got no exclusive inside knowledge or this or that, but they don't care until certain things happen. And this Diddy matter, as I told you, I ain't really keep up with it, but so much because I thought they was just kind of like riding Diddy, man, to be honest with you. I did. Hit you up with their info. What you mean by hit you up with their info? But since I done heard this thing about the Ciroc, and I don't know how true it is, I'm really just conversating with you because I just started looking into it while I was researching something else. But, you know, even with the Bill Cosby matter, although it was dealt with a little bit different. Even in the Bill Cosby situation, they had allegations of Bill Cosby wanting to do some other things business-wise, and some people didn't like that. So is that what you saying about the Ciroc matter? Is that what you saying? We'll see. I'm about to go read the indictment. Anybody interested in the indictment? Matter of fact, let me go back to that to see so I can click it. That's one thing about me. I get straight to it. I don't gotta ask nobody no questions. At all. My fault for moving it around. I'm trying to get to it. So we're gonna back it up. That's one thing about me. I got it all in there, but the New York Times is on it. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm typing something there. I might share some of that with y'all. Anybody interested in it? Pretty much what? Oh, yeah, that's it. And there. I wonder how many pages is this, John? This the whole indictment? They wicked. All right, let me see. Oh, yeah, they do. They got the whole indictment. The indictment is only 14 pages. Man, these serious charges, man. I might have to do a whole joint on this. You interested? You the only one I see said is interested. It's like 40 people here. Hey, where y'all from, man? Y'all know how we do over here on my joint. Where y'all from? Where y'all from? Tap in. Where y'all from? I forgot to ask y'all that. All right, I see how I'm gonna play this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screenshot the indictment and share the indictment with those like me, those of you that's like me that be wanting to read it for yourself. This joint wicked. You feel me? South Philly in here, what's up? VA, okay. Danville. Oh, that's the home of the Lady of Rage, ain't it? Was Corey from Jersey and Leavenworth when you was there? I don't know Corey from Jersey, I don't believe. And they had us in the hole, they ain't let us out. Philly in here. I don't know where that's from. Eddie Presley, what's up? Hey, Eddie, what's the Baltimore homie name that was out ADX with Face? That I got the pictures of? This your man? We turned into your channel. Oh, we tuned into your channel? Man, I appreciate that, Illinois. NC in here. VA in here. All right, that's what's up. So, out of the people that's in here, anybody interested in this Diddy situation? Nah, Ray from Farmville, VA. All right, my bad. Father-in-law from Danville. Okay, well, thank you for correcting me. I knew one, she from Farmville, VA. What part of VA is that in, bro? Like, I don't even know what. Yo, sit down. Come here. You know the men from there. See, I know a few. BX in the building. Shout out to the BX for sure. Shout out to the BX. My man Big Cheese. Shannon Holmes, that's BX. Those BX guys, man. Sit down, go. But girl, chill out. It's like 80, 90 miles from DC. Okay, I ain't know that. Yeah, I mean, you say, do I know them? Somebody said, do I know the men from NC? My family come from North Carolina. That's how we got to DC, Baltimore, and New York. We was, my grandparents and them was from the South. And they moved to places like Baltimore, New York, DC, Cleveland, or somewhere else. I want to say Chicago. Anybody that's my age or older should be familiar with the South Philly. What's up, Philly? They should be familiar with the damn, it's 6:11. I gotta go. We should be familiar with the Great Migration and stuff like that. But make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if y'all interested in this Diddy jump because it costs money for me to print the indictment. If you're interested in the indictment, let me know. I'm gonna get the information. Shout out to the West Coast, man. My man Harleen Flowers out there on the West Coast, OG Pyru. He out there, man, selling them those magnificent paintings. He gonna be the next big thing. Legendary artist, Harleen Flowers, check him out. My people from Macon, Hennessy, not far from Virginia. Take you about 4 hours to get to that part of North Carolina from DC. That Joe say sealed indictment. He got 1,000 AKAs. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I'll be back soon.